All right, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh all set to leave for Russia. Remember, this comes at a time when India and China are looking at a standoff at the LAC, and with several developments taking place, extremely important this visit of Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. My colleague and editor Niranjan also joining us with more details and a detailed perspective of what we can expect from this meet.
Well, it's a very significant visit. Let me tell you on the back of what's happening at the line of actual control. And just to give you an idea, India is going to be at the Victory Day parade. And Rajnath Singh will be attending the Russian military parade and will be holding a dialogue with the Russian leadership as well. And this is on the back of what has been happening at the line of actual control vis-a-vis China. And India, as far as Rajnath Singh is concerned, yesterday there was a key meeting that Rajnath Singh, held with the Chief of Defense Staff, the three service chiefs. India's agenda is clear in Russia. Of course, we will be showing solidarity with what happened as far as the Victory Day parade is concerned. Focus will also be on faster defense deliveries. And the reason we're saying that is because we've inked an S-400 deal with Russia, the details of which is on our screens right now. Now, as far as the S-400 deal is concerned, India will be pressing for early delivery of the weapon system. We will also raise the Chinese escalation of the line of actual control. Now, a 75-member, now this is a significant visit to Russia. And at the Victory Parade, a 75-member Indian military contingent will also be present, and a tri-service marching contingent will take part in the proceedings in Moscow. A tri-service and a team is being led this time around by a Sikh regiment major. The regiment also took part in the World War II, earned 4 battle honors, earned 2 military cross, and the focus will be on strategic affairs as far as the defense minister is concerned. He will have his task cut out because 2 key developments as far as the defense deliveries are concerned. 2 key developments. One, of course, we want a speedy delivery of the S-400 missile system, and that will be on India's agenda. These are pictures coming in of the defense minister just taking off. And, we can also tell you that as far as the S-400 is concerned, we had earlier inked a deal worth $5.4 billion. India's buying 5 S-400 missile systems from Russia. The deal payments have almost been completed by India in the course of the last 1 year alone. And it is key in India's battle because S-400 can detect targets within minutes, can track up to 300 targets 600 kilometers away. And as far as India is concerned, we will be there to show solidarity with China as well. Rajnath Singh has just tweeted, in fact, as we speak, as we stay with the pictures of him taking off. Rajnath Singh has tweeted saying, leaving for Moscow on a 3-day visit. The visit to Russia will give me an opportunity to hold talks on ways to further deepen the India-Russia defense and strategic partnership. I shall also be attending the 75th Victory Day parade in Moscow. Kritsveen, but I think the second line is critical of what Rajnath Singh has said. Rajnath Singh has said, the visit to Russia will give me an opportunity to hold talks on ways to further deepen the India-Russia defense and strategic partnership. So I think that's key. We've been talking about, India's demand for expedited defense deliveries, the 2 specific systems that we spoke of. One is the S-400 deal. We have to, of course, press Russia for early deliveries. Let me also tell you that it has been widely reported that Russia has told, many countries that had ordered the S-400 deal that they will have to delay the deliveries of the defense systems due to the COVID-19 crisis because they've had to shut down some of their plants as well. So in the wake of these developments, I think the visit becomes key given what's happening at the line of actual control. Let's also remember that the Chinese minister will also be present there in Moscow. There is absolutely no meeting that is planned with China or any Chinese minister on the sidelines in Moscow as of this minute. But yesterday, before Defense Minister Rajnath Singh took off, yesterday he held a meeting with the Chief of Defense Staff, the 3 service chiefs, where a key message was sent out also to forces to change the rules of engagement if required as a line of actual control. And the reason he said that is because, there has been so much of a debate about forces not opening fire when confronted by the Chinese PLA, because the rules of engagement and the agreement with India and China between both countries has been for many years, since 1996 and 2005, two separate agreements were signed, and both times reiterated that within 2 kilometers of the line of actual control, or the LAC, both sides will not resort to fire or blasting operations. And in the wake of that, of course, they were armed, but they did not open fire. But yesterday, the defense minister has given a free hand to our forces to say change the rules of engagement if required. Now, that's a breaking news update that we had all of yesterday, and I think the military top brass has been asked to deal with the threats very firmly. Commanders at the line of actual control has been given full authority and asked to use resources at their disposal. Now, it also becomes critical to tell our viewers that financial powers for emergency purchases has also been given to our forces. Now, these are pictures. While we are staying on the pictures of Rajnath Singh, our defense minister, taking off on an Indian Air Force chartered plane to Moscow. He will be taking part in the Victory Day parade. Let's tell you that this is a very key visit, and even Rajnath Singh has reiterated how he will focus on further deepening the India-Russia defense and strategic partnership. He will be attending the 75th Victory Day parade in Moscow, and these are pictures that we're getting in as the plane taxis on the runway to take off from the national capital for the Russian capital. Now, talking a little bit more about India and Russia, and what we can expect, in the course of the next 3 days. Rajnath Singh will be in Moscow for the next 3 days, attending the Russian military parade. He will also hold a dialogue with the Russian leadership. No talks as of now with other foreign leaders, or nothing has been said on record as far as China is concerned, completely ruled out at the minute. Focus will be on faster defense deliveries, expedited delivery, especially of the S-400 deal. The S-400 missile system, state-of-the-art, and India is armed with that, and they would want a speedy delivery because the payments have been made, and Russia has been saying that it may be delayed a little bit because of the COVID situation, but India will press for the early delivery of that. And not just that, in fact, India is also in talks with Russia for emergency purchase of Sukhoi and other fighter jets. Now, this has also been reported, and India has been talking about it. And India and Russia has also said that it is ready to deliver the MiG-29s and the Sukhois that India requires, to ensure that it's completely fully armed and ready. As far as the Moscow is concerned, I think the focus will be on trying to keep a keen eye on what's happening at the line of actual control between India and China, given what's been happening and the claims made by China, of course, which India has contested, saying that you can't change the status quo. Now, on the S-400 game changer, because we're staying on these pictures, these are pictures coming in of Rajnath Singh, Union Defense Minister, taking off from Moscow. Those are the pictures of him entering the airport, and he will be taking off for Moscow any time now. We're staying with these pictures while also telling you the different, what else is on the table as far as India is concerned. We were in talks for delivery of the MiG-29 and Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighter jets as well in a shorter time frame. So all of those discussions will be on the table when India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh lands in Moscow. He will be there for about 3 days, and let's see how the developments unfold. I'm handing it back to you as we take a short break. What we'll do is we'll come back and tell you more about what's on India's agenda when the Defense Minister lands in Moscow in a few hours from now. Handing it back to you.
All right, so most importantly, looking at two developments very, very closely from this visit. A, how we will press harder for faster delivery of S-400 missile systems, and also any talks that could take place on the escalation at the LAC. Many thanks, Niranjan.